Well, good morning, Phillips County. Welcome to the Tadpoll. I am Cindy Walker, today's guest host, and we'll just get right to it. I'm joined by Billie Knowles this morning, who is here to share the news with Phillips County Economic Development.
Oh, cool, yeah. So we just have a few new things, well, not necessarily new, but things that we have been making changes to as we go throughout this process. So I have two programs right now in the county that we feel haven't been pushed as much, but also because we've made a lot of changes to them along the way. So the first is our PCED Education Reimbursement Program. Now, when I was the executive assistant under Caleb Breon, I had the opportunity to create a program. And so my new executive assistant, Wanda Young, she has had the opportunity to create a program based off of our strategic planning that we did with our board. And so we decided or had determined that education was going to be a top priority for economic development and helping employers train their employees, get them to necessary trainings, teach people about business planning and development. So Wanda created this program, so I'm awfully proud of her for doing that. So employers can submit through this program for their employees or for themselves. And they can submit up to 4 applications per year per business. So we have 20 slots available every year. This can be for continuing education, just trainings that you have to go elsewhere for if they're online, but it'll help cover registration costs. And it can also help cover hotel costs if you're 80 miles outside of Phillips County. So, and it will cover up to $500. It's a 50% reimbursement program up to $500. So this is a pretty nice deal, especially if you have to send your employees to an away training that the registration costs quite a bit, and some of those do. I know I took some continuing education classes and they were not cheap.
Yes, right, because businesses are going to pay for them. That's definitely a big expense. So
Yes.
when I hear education, I think, oh, we're sending kids to college and whatnot. But this isn't that. This is training for your employees that need a refresher, some professional development, things like that.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
help those businesses out.
Yeah.
Great.
So, because there are always gaps. We can't always hire somebody fresh out of college, or we can't hire somebody that has more than a high school education sometimes. And so being able to help them be successful in the workplace, this is a great way to get them there and bring them up to speed and help with employee retention. So,
well, and things are really changing very rapidly. In the workplace, it can be really hard to keep up with all of the computer technologies and how does AI affect this and all of those different things that, especially for our smaller local businesses, could be really overwhelming, and it can be very helpful to get some of that outside training. So,
yes, and this did stem from the foodtrepreneur. It's a funny word, but it's like for food entrepreneurs. They have a course that sometimes they run. I'm not sure how often they run it. Wanda is actually in the thick of that right now. She's taking it to experience it herself.
Okay.
And so that's where this stemmed from, is they're encouraging new restaurant owners and their employees to take this course and learn how to run the business side, the management portion, all of that. So it's really interesting how they've gotten that out there. So Wanda thought, well, why can't we help people get to that program and help our food service people as well? But it's since expanded, all businesses can apply. We do have an applicant that's sending somebody right now using this program. So we're kind of excited to see how it works out for them. And we get a full feedback on how the training went. We want to know what certification you got out of it. My board's fully invested, and we want to see what we have helped do, and they like to celebrate those things with people as well. So
that sounds like a really good way to support business from a different angle.
Yes, because we understand we can't always provide the education here, but there are opportunities out there. So how can we help you get there? So how can we help you bring that back to Phillips County?
Awesome.
So that one, we do have all of these applications for all of our programs are on our website. This is, again, a reimbursement program. So your employer or you as the employer would have to pay for it up front, and then you submit everything to us, and we will give you a reimbursement after you have shown us your receipts and just proof that you've completed the course. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
What else you got going on?
So the next one, people may know it as our Workforce Recruitment Incentive Program. That's what we still call it locally. These are funds that are administered by the Innovation Center provided by the Hansen Foundation. And it is to help recruit people into the workplace. So we receive funds to our county that are specific to us. So you have to live and work in the county. Okay. It's a $10,000 incentive program that employers can apply for. Our county, we had the opportunity to create our own program and tailor it so that our business owners are getting the most out of it and applying it in a way that will best fit their business. So we do work directly with the employers. We don't work with the individuals. So employers, if they have a position that is available and they're trying to hire, they can apply for this with the simple application, the first portion of it, and submit that to me. I can approve it, and then they can use that to advertise with their spot. Say, hey, if you come and work for our business, we have a $10,000 incentive for you to come here.
Sounds pretty good.
Yes. We do encourage that they use so much of that incentive for moving expenses, because that's the big thing. The people who they hire have to come from outside of the Hansen 26 county area.
Okay.
Or now, that's one of the new pieces, is that it can be a recent college graduate. So somebody from Phillips County went to Fort Hays State University and they want to come back home and work. If they find a business that's using this incentive, they would qualify for that now. Okay. So they just recently changed that to include recent college grads. So tech schools, Fort Hays, Kansas State University.
No matter where they went.
No matter where they went.
Hays is still in the Hansen County.
It is.
So yes.
It is.
Okay. Well, that's a really nice incentive for people to come back home and help make that a reality.
Yes, and that was a huge step for them, I think, changing those rules at the top, because we do have a lot of college students that want to come home and work, and we felt like, well, you did move away for a while, you went and did something big, so you need to be rewarded for that if you come back. So okay. I was really glad to have that. The other thing too is that we used to have it so that they had to be it had to be a brand new thing. They had to just move here. Everything had to happen within 3 months' time. And our funds were somewhat limited because we weren't receiving revolving funding from the Innovation Center. They were still working out kinks on their side, figuring out, making sure that this was a feasible program still. Now we have revolving funding, and so we are able to fund somebody who has moved here within the last year. So they could have moved here a year ago, secured employment with somebody here that's eligible for this program, and we could help them. So that's made it a lot easier to reward people for moving to Phillips County as well. The other thing too is employers only used to be able to apply for one position every 6 months. Now they can apply continuously and receive funding for those to fill those positions. So great. Up at the top, they've loosened up some things, but also made it more desirable. And so it's going to help us here. Hopefully we can get some more employers that want to participate in this program to attract new employees. I do know that the moving from outside the Hansen 26 area can be a little difficult, especially for our smaller businesses that tend to hire more local people. Right. Or somebody that's just moved here from the neighboring county. Right. But we're doing our best to try and fill some of those gaps. So.
Okay. Now, would that also include, like, maybe somebody went to college, didn't necessarily have a job, but moved back here, and then they find one of those positions, in that year?
Yeah, as long as it falls in within the year. Okay. Yep. And that works out perfect. So but the employer has to apply first. So they have to have an application into my office and says, hey, we're hiring for such and such program or position. So this is what we have available. But yeah.
Because I could see somebody coming back, maybe the right position isn't available, and then one of those positions comes over, and being like, well, can I get that money too? Yeah. So you're saying yes within the year. Within the year, as long as the employer has applied. So that's really great.
Yeah.
All right.
So they can. Yeah. It's something that they can take advantage of, because I know that we do have positions that are hard to hire for. Right. And so if somebody has moved here within the year and they've established their residency, that's, we want to get them into those spots. So this is going to help fill those tough to fill positions.
Right, or that needle in the haystack person with really specific experience that's waiting on that position too. That could be make a match there.
Yeah. So
right.
those are the two big things that we have at this time. I will put out a reminder. So our residential revitalization program, it's a reimbursement program again, of up to $2,000. Excuse me. And we had filled all 20 of our spots for the year last month. Like, we weren't even halfway through the year.
Yeah, right.
And so first of all, that's great. Folks are investing in their properties, cleaning up their neighborhoods, making them really attractive to people who come through town. So my board saw fit to open up 5 more spots.
Okay.
We have 2 spots left.
2 spots left. Okay.
So there are 2 residential revitalization spots left available.
So start filling out your application today if you've got a project in mind.
Yes,
right?
if you have a project in mind or you have any questions, you can always come talk to me. I'd love to chat with you about any of our programs. Because my board feels, if we do, the spots do fill up, which is great. We're so glad to see program utilization and people investing in their properties, commercial as well. All of those spots have filled up too, which has been amazing. But we do like to consider, if another project comes in, we have available funding. We just hadn't specifically budgeted it there, but we have the ability to move that around so that we can make sure that we're still continuing to help the community. So.
Right. Yeah, because really it's all about meeting those needs, and sometimes those shift. So it's neat that you have the flexibility to adapt to kind of put the money where it's needed.
Yes.
The demand says there's a need, right?
Yeah.
So that's really great. All right. Well, anything else going on in economic development land that we need to know about?
Our property that is currently for sale, we have different lots for sale. 2 lots have been spoken for at this time.
Great.
So we still have, and one of them was not one that we had marketed exactly. And so we do still have 4 quarter-acre lots available. So if you know somebody that is looking to build a new home, it's right next to the golf course. We do have a ton of great incentives to go along with that, including up to $15,000 in utility installation assistance. And then if you complete your build within the year, there is a completion bonus that comes with that. So we can hook you up with other incentives in the area to help offset some of those building costs.
There are a lot of programs, and Billie is in the know. So if you have any interest in that or know somebody who does, it's an opportunity to purchase some nice real estate and do so with a lot of assistance in those special programs and incentives. So thank you so much for coming on, Billie, and for everything you do for Phillips County to help us thrive. So
thanks for having me.
All right. And now we will be back after a word from our sponsors.
On the field, taking risks is part of the game. Every yard, every play. It's about going all in. But when it comes to your money, it pays to be careful. With the careful service from First National Bank and Trust, you can detect unusual activity and stop fraud before it happens. Protect yourself and the ones you love with Careful, because being smart off the field is the real win.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers can save too. Also, your family's free too.
Dream fearlessly!
And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive.
Welcome home.
So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance.
The Hansen Museum of Logan, Kansas is where history and creativity unite. For over 50 years, we've been your cultural hub, offering a diverse range of exhibits, from captivating Lego brick displays to timeless joy of Bob Ross's art. But we're not just a museum, we're a community gathering space. Join us for thrilling events like Murder Mysteries or celebrate creative talents at one of our many events. At the Hansen Museum, we're not just preserving the past, we're creating memories for the future.
We are taking wheat to the next level. As a producer of vital wheat gluten, advanced biofuels, and important co-products, Amber Wave. Vital, reliable, Sustainable.
Well, welcome back. I'm now joined by Shirley Mendoza, who does a lot of things in our community, but today she's here representing the center, formerly known as the Senior Center. So Shirley, what's going on at the center?
Well, we're in the process of working on a fundraiser, and we're going to be selling breakfast burritos. And we'll be selling them on the courthouse lawn there the morning of the rodeo parade. That's August 1st, starting at 8:30 in the morning. So you can come and get some. We can also pre-order some, and we're selling them for $5 per burrito, or you can get 6 for $25.
Okay, so 5 for 1, 6 for 25. All right, and so they'll be hot and ready out on the square that morning. People finishing that run will be nice and hungry.
Yes.
They can just keep going right across the street there, and
we're also going to have some bottled water that they can have too, along with their burritos. So,
perfect.
Now we would like to have pre-orders.
Okay.
And so you can call. Let's see. The number is 785-543-6297 to pre-order.
Okay.
And those will be frozen.
Okay.
And we'd like those picked up by July 31st. So we're going to make them tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Tomorrow is burrito rolling day.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're only going to
great.
make 400, so when those are gone, then that's it. So you
limited quantities.
Yes. So you need to get your order in. You need to get that in. So
Sounds
and
good.
just be sure and leave a message for that number, and that I'm going to give that one more time: 785-543-6297.
Okay.
To pre-order.
Okay, I love having frozen breakfast burritos in my freezer ready to go. So that's a really handy thing, and of course a hot and fresh one ready to go. So you have the best of both worlds. You can impulse buy that morning, or you can plan ahead, stock your freezer for school's getting ready to start. So that's a perfect breakfast for school morning.
And I think a lot of people they have family that come home, like for the rodeo.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's a
so-
great way to feed all those visitors.
So you can just have it all ready. So
Yes, so you don't have to make breakfast. You can just hop down to the courthouse square and take those home.
Yes.
What are some of the things that the center does? I think a lot of people don't realize the scope. So tell us more about the work the center does.
Well, basically, that's where the Meals on Wheels is prepared and given, and actually it's supposed to be called the Homestead Nutrition, but everybody still knows it by Meals on Wheels,
Yes.
And but I don't know if people are just aware of how many meals they actually make. Right now they're doing between 70 to 80 a day, so that's about 350 a week. And I think that figures up to about 15,000 meals in a year. So that's a lot.
That's a lot of meals for our little county.
So the center, they're responsible for the vans. We have 2 vans for delivery, one in Phillipsburg, and then we actually have a van that goes out of town. And actually we deliver meals to Agra, Smith Center. They go clear to Gaylord, Glade, and Kensington. Now, sometimes they just drop them off at their meal site in these towns. They just drop them off, and then they distribute them.
Okay.
They would go to Kerwin if somebody wanted, if they would call and want that. So that's the place they would go. And all our drivers are pretty much volunteers that go and deliver the meals. So it's a wonderful service because, sometimes that might be the only meal a person gets that day. They can also order 2 if they want 2. Like they can have them extra over the weekend or whatever. And it's good because then somebody's checking on them.
Right, yeah, it's not just the food, but also that interaction. And I'm guessing that's probably why some of those volunteers, that's probably the most rewarding part is having that interaction. And just checking on them and seeing, because we have needs for food, but we also have needs for human contact. So it's very important.
We don't get a whole lot of funding. We get some money from the county, but it's not enough for the year. And,
Sure.
And we just have some expenses, and so this would be a good way to kind of help the center along.
Yeah, stock the freezer and and help the center along at the same time, or again fresh. So or both, right? Both would be possible. Okay, so again, that number is 785-543-6297. And anything else going on at the center, or that the center does you want to share about? Shirley?
You can always come there too if you would want to eat. But you know, times have changed. There used to be a lot of people that would go there to eat. There used to be people that would play cards and quilt and things, but that's kind of, I don't know, times change and people don't do those kinds of things, but you'd always be welcome to come in there to eat also.
Okay, so the facility is there and available, and boy, if you go and eat in person, you get lots of social interaction, much more social outing if you're able to get out. But definitely, people can reach out too, because sometimes maybe you start having a harder time, and maybe people don't think about reaching, you're not aware of the service until you need it. And so always a good reminder too that, if somebody maybe had surgery or just isn't feeling super well, that's an option too. And so reaching out to the center, you could get meals delivered if you're having a hard time keeping up at home, or even just wanted a friendly visitor.
That's right. That's right.
So both. So definitely such a good cause to support.
Yes.
And an important service that's available in our community that maybe everybody doesn't see every day. So great to highlight that. And Shirley, thanks so much for all the work you do in our community, for the center, and everywhere else. So a lot of really great projects that you work on our community. So, all right, well, we're going to head back to another commercial break, and then after that, we will be joined by some Fair Kids and a Fair Board member.
If your vehicle is pulling, shaking, or just doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. At Coombs West Shop, we're more than alignments. We offer engine repair, routine maintenance, wheel alignments, and tire services, including new and used tires and tire repair. One shop, honest work, done right the first time. Call Coombs West Shop at 785-543-6647.
At Farmers National Bank, we believe that strong foundations are built on faith, hard work, and everyday heroes. For over a century, we've been proud to serve the communities that have made us who we are today. We honor everyday heroes who dedicate their lives to serving others. You inspire us to treat every customer with the respect and care they deserve. At Farmers National Bank, we know that strong communities are built on strong foundations, and we are proud to be part of yours. Farmers National Bank, honoring strong foundations since 1921.
Are you looking for reliable insurance options in Phillipsburg, Kansas? Look no further than Rogers & Associates Insurance. Our team is dedicated to providing great options for home, agriculture, auto, and commercial insurance. Whether you're a homeowner, farmer, or business owner, we have the coverage you need to protect what matters most. Trust us to provide you with personalized service and competitive rates. Contact Rogers & Associates Insurance today to learn more about our insurance solutions.
Well, welcome back. I am joined by Tina Terry from the Phillips County Fair Board, and the Phillips County Fair starts tomorrow morning. So that's one of my favorite times of the year. But Tina is going to share a little bit about the fair schedule.
Yep, I think we'll just sort of run through what's going on each day of the fair and go through it. That way everyone knows, when you want to come out, or come out every day if you want to. You're more than welcome. So, like she said, tomorrow starts. Entries will start coming in tomorrow morning. Anybody that wants to bring out open class entries, all those will start coming in. And hopefully everything will be in the building by around noon, 10 o'clock on market wheat. If anybody had wheat this summer, I know it was a little scarce, but...
you have a good chance of winning if you are able to get wheat.
And there's good prizes involved.
Yes.
So if you had a wheat crop and you want to bring some wheat out, that would be great.
Yes.
So. That all goes on in the morning, and then the judging will start of those projects as well. Tomorrow for lunch, they're having a walking taco special, so if you need an easy lunch, come on out there for that. In the afternoon, then they'll also be judging of the inside exhibits, and at 1 o'clock is the bake sale. So all the baking items that did not get Grand Champion will be available to be purchased at that time at 1 o'clock. So come out for that. Then we go into the evening, and we'll have our fair fun night, family fun night. That'll include Farm Bureau is hosting a scavenger hunt and barnyard Olympics for all ages of kids. Then we'll also have a watermelon feed sponsored by Bowl Farm and Auto. That begins at 6. The barrel train will be running from 6 to 8, and we'll be having bingo at 7. Along with that, the concession stand's going to have all types of different fair food available for supper. So come out, enjoy the fun, look at the projects, and get you something to eat.
If you like deep fried food, that's your day.
That's a good time for it. Yes. Yes. Then we'll go into Saturday, and Saturday morning we have the poultry show and the dog show first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. Also Saturday morning we'll have the kids tractor pull, the pedal pull. Registration is going to start at 8:30, and then the pedal pull will actually begin at 9 o'clock, and that's out in the north end of the parking lot is where that will be held. So come out for that. The lunch special Saturday is going to be pulled pork sandwich or pulled pork nachos. Then Saturday afternoon we have rabbit show, hand, pet, and cat show. And then Saturday evening will be the sheep show beginning at 6, followed by the goat show at 7. Saturday evening, the barrel train will also be running. Bingo will be from 7 to 9. And then following the sheep and goat show, they're going to be having the dodgeball tournament. This will be the second year that they've had that. It was a big success last year, so if anybody wants to put together a team for that and participate in that, it was a good time for sure. So going into Sunday then, we'll start off Sunday morning, 8 o'clock, with a community church service. Everyone's welcome to come out to that, and that'll be in the arena. Following the church service will be the swine show beginning at 9, and that'll kick off with the Pee-wee show. Anybody who's never been to that, it'd be worth coming out to. Any little brothers, sisters, friends who think they may one day want to show a pig, they get the chance to go with a 4-H'er and go in and show a pig, and it's chaotic but a lot of fun.
It's pretty cute.
So,
pretty cute.
Yeah. So then the pig show will be after that and go that morning. Lunch that day will be Sloppy Joe's for the special. In the afternoon at 1 o'clock, we'll have the pet parade. The rodeo queen will be available for autographs at 2, and the grease pig contest will be at 2, and that'll also be in the arena. Then Sunday afternoon, the beef show will kick off at 4 o'clock with the bucket calves, followed by the dairy, and then right into the market and breeding beef show. Sunday afternoon, also the cow chip bingo the winner will be determined. So if you haven't bought your squares for cow chip bingo, get those purchased before then and have your luck at winning some cash with it. Sunday night, the barrel train will be running again from 6 to 8, and bingo again from 7 to 9. Then we get to Monday, and all of the champions from the different species for showmanship will compete Monday morning in the round robin, where they show all the different species, and then we'll have a grand champion showman out of that. That begins at 9 o'clock. Following that, we will have our celebrity showmanship. In years past, we've gotten people from the community who most of them had no experience of ever showing an animal before, and the kids get to judge them, and they show. Per request from our kids, they asked that this year we maybe try a more competitive competition and get some 4-H alumni or people who have shown before. So we're pulling in some past 4-H'ers. Most of them are past 4-H'ers, and they're coming in, and so we're going to have a little more competitive, experienced celebrity showmanship this year. So that'll be fun for them. Monday evening, then, we will sort of close out the fair with our livestock premium auction. This is a good time if you want to come out and support the kids. You can buy the premium, which goes towards the kids, and they can use that for their project next year or to pay for this project this year. And then also if you're looking to fill the freezer with meat, sheep, goats, pigs, beef, that's the time where you can come and buy an animal to fill your freezer. The locker spots are already reserved, so all you've got to do is come out and purchase the animal, and everything else is taken care of.
So it depends on how much freezer space you have.
Right, yeah. Sometimes the locker appointments are hard to get, but these all have
They're
spots.
all reserved every year.
All you got to do is come out, buy the carcass, and tell the locker how you want it cut up, and fill your freezers. So I think that's sort of the recap of everyting going on. And stuff every day. So.
That was a good rundown. rapid fire there, Tina. So Tina, just, I want to make sure anytime I have a Fair Board member, I want to give Tina a shout out and all of the other Fair Board members that she represents. Their volunteer work does not start tomorrow. It has been happening year round, and most of them for a lot of years, or just a few, in Tina's case, because she's so young. Anyway, really appreciate the work that you do, and because of you, the whole community gets to go and enjoy the fair, and all of these kids who are getting ready to come up get to have that opportunity to go and make the memories and do the things and chase their fair dreams. And so we really appreciate all of the work that you do, and any other Fair Board members who happen to have time to watch this, you too. So thank you so much for coming on today and taking that time and all you do.
Thank you.
So, all right. So now we have some 4-H'ers that are going to kind of come through. Quite a few of them showed up, so they won't have to answer quite as many questions. First question is the easiest one, though. What's your name?
Wyatt Terry.
Wyatt, all right. And what are you excited to take to the fair this year?
My pig.
Your pig. All right. What's his name?
Torque.
All right. And what kind of pig?
Crossbred.
Crossbred. Is this one that you've raised or that you purchased?
Purchased.
Purchased. Okay. And what is your favorite part of fair?
Probably the friends.
The friends. All right. And so there's a lot of things that happen. Our fair doesn't have a big carnival. We have the games and things like that. But one of the things I love the most is that the kids actually play with each other, and they put down their phones and their screens, and they play stuff. So what is the best thing? You've had a few county fairs. What is the best thing to do at the county fair with your friends? Football in the arena, you got some hide and seek, you got some secret. What is the secret sauce that makes y'all so entertained?
Football in the arena.
Football in the arena. Okay, all right. A lot of wood chips flying in there. It does look like a pretty good time. So, all right. Well, let's see. I think that's about all the questions we have time for. The bell went off. So thanks for coming on, Wyatt. Good luck with your pig. Appreciate you being here. And now we'll be joined I won't say your name, and then, spoiler alert for everyone. So what's your name?
Ellie Terry.
Ellie Terry. And Ellie, I didn't ask Wyatt, it's on your t-shirt, but what 4-H club are y'all in?
Iowa Union.
Iowa Union. Okay, yes. And what are you looking forward to taking to the fair the most?
My pigs.
Your pigs. Okay, now what pigs do you have?
I have a market and a breeding.
A market and a breeding. Okay. What are their names?
The market is Bubba and the breeding is Lavender.
Bubba and Lavender. And what breeds are they?
Crossbreed.
Crossbreed. Okay. And these are ones you purchased or you raised? Okay. Because I know sometimes you have pigs at your house. Okay. So aside from showing, let's see. For our viewers at home, what is the best thing to eat at the Phillips County Fair concession stand? What do you have to eat every year? When you're there? The walking tacos. All right, so that's tomorrow's special. So you're looking forward to that. You can just almost taste it already, huh? Right? Okay, I also think we have the most desserts of any fair concession stand that I've ever been to. I've never seen a fair with more types of pie and cheesecake and Rice Krispie treats and cookies and brownies and ice cream and all the things. But you still went with the walking taco. So it's very solid choice though. Okay. All right, Ellie. What grade are you going to be in school this year?
6th grade.
6th grade. All right. So after the fair, you got a little while to think about that though, but before you go back to school. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Ellie, and we'll look forward to seeing what all you bring to the fair tomorrow. All right, and here comes
Kinley Craft.
Kinley Craft. And Kinley, you have been in 4-H for a few years, so I know you are a Phillips County Fair expert. Well, I know what I think you're most excited to take to the fair, but tell our viewers at home what your favorite project is.
My entomology boxes.
The entomology boxes. And so these are insects that are all carefully preserved and pinned, which I'm guessing is not easy to do because some of them look really tiny and delicate.
Yes.
So does that take a really long time to work on that? Like how many hours would you say do you spend on your collection in any given year?
At least 10 hours. This year was a little more because I had to switch up to 3 boxes. And so my 3 boxes, that would be in the advanced order. So I have to identify family names in now 6 of the main orders, which I added for this year.
4 orders?
Yes.
Okay, wow. And so that's over how many specimens do you have,
Over
you think?
250.
Over 250. So that is a lot of insects that you have collected through the years and preserved. And if you need an insect identified, Kinley would be a really good person to do that because I know you do very well at the entomology judging, which is a lot of identification, both 4-H and FFA. And then when you're not collecting insects, do you have any other projects that you've been working on to bring to the fair?
Yeah, I have 2 meat goats and a horse. I'm taking a few photography and a visual arts.
Okay, so lots of projects all throughout the building. Certainly the entomology collections, these kids, you can see a lot of really neat things down at that end of the building, kind of clear down by the big garage door to outside, I guess you'd call it. And then, all right, so what is your thing that you look forward to the most from the food stand every year?
Definitely walking tacos.
The walking tacos. Okay, 2 votes. I forgot to ask Wyatt that, but yeah. So walking tacos are very, very popular. So I'll look forward to that as well. I usually try to get a special every day to get the full tour of fair food. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Kinley, and good luck at the fair.
Yes, thank you.
All right. All right, and you want to tell everybody your names? They don't have to.
I'm May Key from Iowa Union 4-H Club.
May Key from Iowa Union. You had a very busy Saturday with the horse show. We've had a couple of horse show kids on, lots of events. Had a pretty good day.
Yes.
You were riding a different horse this year than you had in the past, so that was pretty cool. What's your horse's name?
Wrangler.
Wrangler, okay. And what's your favorite event that you did on Wrangler?
Barrels.
Barrels, okay. That is a fun one. You like to go fast?
All the speed events.
Always fast is always better than slow.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, what about the exhibits that you're taking to the fair? What are you excited to take?
Probably my photography.
Photography. How many pictures do you have this year? 8. And so that'd be 4 color and 4 black and white. What is the subject of, what's your favorite thing to take pictures of?
Sunsets.
Sunsets. Okay, those are really beautiful, but sometimes they're tricky to capture and have the colors be accurate. Mine never look as good as the sky does, so hopefully you probably have a secret maybe. So we'll get to see some of those. Okay, and I guess now I have a streak going. So what's your favorite fair food that you get at the fair?
The walking taco.
The walking taco. Okay, all right. I thought for sure somebody would be like ice cream or slushy, but walking tacos have it. So awesome. Well, thanks for coming on today, May, and good luck at the fair.
Thank you.
All right, and speaking of photographers, now we have
Savannah Britton.
Savannah Britton, and what 4-H club are you in?
Deer Creek.
Deer Creek, okay. And so Savannah, everybody, I guess you're known for your photography. What else are you taking to the fair?
So I have horticulture, I have 2 pigs, a heifer, I have a scrapbook. That's not all of it. I think that's it.
Foods?
Foods.
You have foods.
Yep. Jelly.
Okay, right.
I think that's everything.
Okay, so quite a few things. And what is your favorite part of the fair?
The photography project, just everything.
The photography project, yes, being at the fair. And then, all right, so I got to see your pictures when they were all being mounted, but what's your favorite picture that you took this year?
Probably, I have a really good dance picture that I like a lot.
You really like action shots. Like yours always have a lot of action, which is probably really hard because mine always get a little blurry in the action. So, but yours are never blurry. So you're really good at that. Okay, and I guess then the last question has to be, what food are you most looking forward to eating?
The walking taco.
I mean, is that really your answer?
Yes.
Or you just said that because peer pressure? Okay, all right. They are really good walking tacos. So there you go, everybody out in internet land. You better get your walking tacos early because they're going to disappear quickly, I think is what this is saying. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Savannah, for coming on today, and good luck at the fair.
Thank you.
And we have one more 4-H'er who is headed this way. All right. Okay, and what is your name?
Izzy.
Izzy. And Izzy, what are you excited to do at the county fair?
Probably baking.
The baking, all right. So you're gonna do that this afternoon and get ready for some baking?
Yeah.
Yes. What are you baking?
I'm baking lemon rolls.
Lemon buns. Okay. And let's see, what's your favorite thing to do at the fair? Like while you're there?
Probably look at all the things.
Look at all of everybody's projects and see all the things they do? Yes. Okay. And what is your favorite food that you like to eat when you go to the fair?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. All right, we got one that wasn't walking taco, but you still like the walking tacos. But cheesecake, yeah, it's super yummy. Okay, well, thank you for coming on, and good luck at the fair. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in and allowing us to show off some of our Phillips County 4-H'ers. It's a very busy time of year for everyone, getting ready for the fair tomorrow. The last minute is here, and so I really appreciate everybody for coming on today. After the fair, of course, we will have the rodeo coming up, Kansas' biggest rodeo, and so we wanted to share some rodeo announcements and their schedule. Actually the rodeo, the first big night is Thursday, but it gets started Tuesday night with Slack at 7 p.m. and so there's no charge for that. You can just go out and watch those extra entries they won't have time for during the big performances. Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, associate membership meal happens, and then at 7 o'clock they'll run Slack again for no charge. So you can just go for free, you don't need a ticket. Thursday night, of course, there's the barbecue for all rodeo ticket holders, sponsored by the Farm Bureau and High Plains Farm Credit. Let's see, Subpar Stockmen's Association and Prairie Land Electric. So lots of sponsors there, but free barbecue at 6 o'clock. 6:30, they'll coronate the new rodeo queen, and 7:15 is mutton bustin', which is always cute to watch, and then at 8 o'clock, that'll be the first big rodeo performance, and of course, Thursday night is always tough enough to wear pink night, and so that is an important fundraiser, so be sure to wear pink if you go out on Thursday night. The rodeo is sponsored that night by Hugan and Family Funeral Homes. On Friday night, mutton bustin' at 7:15. 8 o'clock will be the second rodeo performance will start up. It's Coors night at the rodeo, so free caps to the first 1,500 ticket holders. There'll be a dance following the performance on the rodeo grounds. And of course, the sponsor for that night is Coors. Saturday morning, that's August 1st, there will be at 7 a.m. there's the Cowboy Hustle 5K. That's Phillips County Health Systems sponsors that. And it starts at the center on 3rd Street. And so you can go be a part of that before the heat of the day. So 7 a.m. and then you can run right over to the courthouse and get your breakfast burrito. From 10 to 1 on the courthouse square, there will be vendors and activities. It's the rodeo roundup, and so be sure and be a part of that community event. Of course, at 2 o'clock is the downtown parade. It's sponsored by the Phillipsburg Chamber of Commerce. That will be streamed on My Phillips County Online, and I believe Tad Feltz will be announcing that. So that will be really exciting. So if you've been missing Tad on here, be sure to tune into the live stream. You can also watch the recording if you want to catch the parade live and then see Tad's commentary later. 7:15 then out at the rodeo grounds will be mutton busting. 8 o'clock is the last rodeo performance, and then there is a dance following the rodeo at the rodeo grounds. Saturday's rodeo is sponsored by B&B Ready Mix, and so I hope to see lots of you out at the Phillips County Fair and then also out at the rodeo grounds for Kansas' biggest rodeo. It's a very big week, and good luck to all of our fair participants and everybody trying to find their car in the parking lot after the rodeo. Take care, everybody. That's all for the Tadpoll today.
Phillips County